Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making kombucha. If you've ever wanted a drink that is fizzy and you ever wanted to replace things like soda and a fizzy drink that is healthy for you, then look no further. You can make kombucha at home so easily, and it only requires a few ingredients. To make kombucha, you're gonna need a SCOBY. This is a starter bacteria and yeast culture that you're gonna need to ferment the sweetened tea. You can actually buy this on Amazon or you can make your own. I am going to be making 1 gallon of kombucha. I drink a lot of them, and to be quite honest with you, they are very expensive for something that you can actually make for pennies. For instance, this is 11.5 ounce can and comes in a pack of 4 for $10.99. And then you have the Synergy bottles that are ranging from anywhere from $3.99 to $4 something depending on where you are. The bigger bottles like this are even more expensive, so you can make this at home and you don't actually have to spend so much money. For the 1 gallon kombucha that we're going to make, we're gonna need about 8 cups of filtered water. You want to use filtered water because you don't want any chlorine to kill your SCOBY. What is the SCOBY? SCOBY is an acronym for Symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Yeast and bacteria are living symbiotically, meaning they help each other out and they live in harmony to work together. We're going to need 8 cups of filtered water. I have 5 cups that has already been heated, and I have an extra 3 cups, making it 8 total. To that, we're going to add 5 bags of Tetley British Blend Premium Black Tea. You can use either black tea or green tea, depending on what you want to do. So I will be adding this 5, which is equivalent of 12 grams to 14 grams of loose tea. We really want to brew the tea to be very, very dark. So we're going to let this steep for about 10 minutes. And to that, I'm going to add 3/4 cup of sugar. I'm just going to add them all together. I want the sugar to melt completely with the hot water while it's brewing. I'll stir it together and let it brew till it's dark. So we're going to set this aside. In the meantime, we sterilized our 1 gallon container with hot water. While we're waiting for the 10 minutes, I wanted to use the opportunity to talk about some of the benefits of kombucha. Kombucha has been brewed for thousands and thousands of years and has numerous benefits. One of the main benefits is the fact that it is rich in probiotics, which promotes gut health and improves your digestion. The second benefit is the fact that it detoxifies due to its rich in antioxidants, which again helps improve your immune system and help you fight infections. That leads us to the third benefit. It boosts your immune system. It contains some vitamins, especially the B vitamins and enzymes, which helps promote good health and help you fight infections. It also improves your joint health because it contains glucosamine, which helps maintain joint health. It can also be instrumental in weight loss due to its improvement in your metabolism. Overall, it is really good for you, and if you're going to drink something, why not drink something that is actually healthy for you and promotes good health. The tea brewed for 10 minutes and it is now cooled down, so we need to check the temperature, and the temperature is currently at 85 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is a great temperature. Now we're going to add the tea. If you were using a loose tea at this point, you would probably just sieve it. So right now I am going to add the tea in here, ensuring that the tea bags are sieved out. Then we're going to fill it with the rest of the water. The next thing to do is to cut your SCOBY bag with the sharp scissors and add it with the liquid in there. The point of adding the previously made kombucha is to acidify the freshly made tea, which is the optimal pH for SCOBY to be activated. The SCOBY likes acidic environment, and this will help kickstart the fermentation. And then what you want to do is stir it. Don't worry about the SCOBY. It will settle wherever it needs to settle. If it floats, great. If it sinks, that's just fine. Whether it floats or not depends on the difference between the temperature of the SCOBY and the tea. And now we just cover it. This is an aerobic fermentation, so we want oxygen to be exchanged. So we allow it to read. If you don't have like a cover, you can have like a coffee filter, put it on top, put a rubber band, and just just put it in a cupboard or in the pantry. You want to keep it between temperature of 65 to about 80 degrees to ferment about 7 to 10 days. Try not to disturb it. It is very, very important that you let the temperature of the tea come down to about 110 or below in order not to kill your SCOBY. So now we're just going to leave it in the pantry and let it do its thing. We'll be checking it periodically. All right. After about 10 days, we're checking our kombucha. So I have a pH monitor. You want the kombucha to be somewhere around 2.2 and 3.5 because it needs to be acidic. So we're going to check it, and our kombucha pH is 2.11. That's acidic enough. We've taken out the SCOBY. Then the next thing you want to do is to take out 2 cups of the kombucha and add it to the SCOBY. You're going to have a lot of sediment, also known as the mother, in there. I am going to do a second ferment, and in this second ferment, I have 3 different kinds of fruit. This is pineapple puree, this is watermelon, just blended, this is mango, and this is tangerine and nectarine combination. But I want to sieve this first to remove all the sediments before I put them in the bottles. These have all been sterilized. So I'm going to sieve them in this colander into this glass. Really making them, that's for sure. So these are going to be done in batches. Now I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to do some cleaning here. So now what I'm going to do is to take one of this, take a funnel, and this right here is the pineapple. So you want to add that in there. You want to add about half a cup of the fruit. Either you chop the fruit or you puree the fruit enough to get through the bottle. If the fruit is not sweet, you may want to add some sort of sugar. Then for your kombucha, you can see that it is already fizzy, but we want to make it more carbonated. It is advisable not to fill it all the way to allow some headspace for the gas. And then you want to tighten it. I'm gonna shake it just to get it all mixed in properly. Then it's always good to label what it is and the date. And then we'll set this aside. Then we're gonna do the second one. This right here is the watermelon. Then we are going to add the kombucha. Then we cover it and snap it and just mix it and label it watermelon. This right here is mango. I'm gonna put pieces. These are chopped finely. So we're going to now fill this up. This is mango. And here is the nectarine and tangerine combination. If you've ever bought kombucha before and you have the previous bottle, there's no need to buy these bottles. You can use your old bottle to do your second ferment. Just need to save them. So I'm going to add the rest of this in here with mixing the rest of the tangerine and nectarine together with the mango. So this will be nectarine, tangerine, and mango combination. Now, if you're using things like lemon, lime, ginger that does not have much sugar in it, you're encouraged to add some sugar to give the active bacteria some food to eat because the fermentation is still going on during the second ferment. So if you're wondering, this is a 1 gallon container. So that's what I made, and that's what's giving me the 4 bottles plus this, plus the 2 cups that you remove for your kombucha hotel. But in my own case, I am starting a whole new batch because once these are done, they will not last very long. I drink this every day on an empty stomach, and it really is great for your gut. Now you can drink this as is. It is still good. Just if you wanted that fizz, then you want to do the second ferment. Here I am starting a whole new one, and if you look at this, the last time I started the one that I just tried to second ferment, you notice that the SCOBY sank to the bottom, and now the SCOBY is on top. Either which way, it does not matter. The SCOBY floats when the difference between the SCOBY's temperature and the temperature of the tea are not so great. When the difference between the 2 temperatures are vast or great, the SCOBY will sink to the bottom. So that's what you see. And you can see some of the SCOBYs that formed from the last one is beginning to coalesce. So we are going to cover this, and you can see how dark the color of this tea is compared to the ones that we fermented. Their color was much lighter. You're able to see through the glass, and we're going to put this in a cool, dark place, maintaining the temperature between 65 and 85. Of course, this is summer, so these tend to ferment much quicker compared to if you fermented it in the winter. So that's what we're going want to do. Also, the reason why you reserve the 2 cups of your previously made kombucha in order to use it with the new kombucha is because you want to actually acidify the tea so that it gets a head start for the SCOBY because it likes to live in an acidic environment. So that's really one of the reasons. Now, with the second ferment, what you want to do, especially with the bottles, is you want to make sure that the gas doesn't build up. So what you want to do every day is to be able to just slowly open it up. If you feel like the gas is built up, all you need to do is to slowly pop it open and burp the bottle every day so that it doesn't explode. So that's what we'll do until we get the consistency that we want. Today is day 3 for our second ferment on our kombucha. If you recall, we had the pineapple, the mango, the watermelon, the nectarine and tangerine, and this was nectarine, tangerine, and mango. You can see how much bubbles this has produced. We have been burping this every day, and look at that. You can see that, all that bubble. Now, we're gonna have to be very careful trying to open this because they can literally explode. And in here, if you look, you can see the bubble in that. I'm probably not going to open this because I can put this in the refrigerator as is. But let's show you how much gas this can produce on its own. So I'm just gonna try. I'm gonna have this here for safety just in case things starts to explode. It smells so good. You can drink this as is. So let's do a taste test. I'm going to filter this just to show you how this looks before I do a taste test. And look at that. That's the kombucha. And now taste test. It smells so good. Nice ferment. This is so good. The flavor of that nectarine and the tangerine and a hint of mango is so amazing. A little bit of that tanginess is still there, but amazing. If you put ice in this, it would be really great. This is so good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sieve this. I saved my bottles, so I'm going to try and sieve that in there and fill it up so I can put it in the refrigerator. And then I'm going to tighten this, set it aside. This is a 15-ounce bottle, and this is a 16-ounce bottle of the nectarine, tangerine, and mango. So next is the pineapple, but I'm going to try to burp it in here. And let's see. Look at all the foam. That's it. That was what I was afraid of. Get it all over the whole place. That's why you gotta be careful. That was a mess. So we gotta clean it up. Since we have cleared up the whole explosion, managed to put some of it in here. Now we're going, this is the pineapple that exploded on us. Now let's have a taste test. Again, taste amazing. Not too overpowering, but enough to give you all the benefit that kombucha can give you with all the probiotics and your gut health benefit. It smells really, really good and it tastes amazing. Not very sweet at all. It seems like all the sugar has been eaten up. That's good. So let's transfer the rest of it into the bottle. It's still foaming in here. Despite all that explosion, we still managed to at least get almost the bottle. Tighten it up and we'll leave it here. I'm going to leave the ones that have a lot of foam last. So next we're going to do the mango. We can see all that bubble. So again, I'm going to get this close by just in case if there is another explosion. Let's open it up. There we go. Not too bad. Believe it or not, I burped all of these bottles this morning. So you can see how active these are. So we have this to collect extras because we don't want to waste any of this kombucha. And that's our mango. And we're going to put it in this bottle, the Mystic Mango. I keep my bottles. I sterilize them. Now I'm going to sieve some for the taste. Now we had the mango filled up. And now for the taste test. Very, very mild, but tastes great. And you get a hint of mango at the end of it all. Next, we have the watermelon. This is not as active, but it still has bubble. So let's try. You can hear it, and it was good. It made a little bit of sound. We are going to put it in this strawberry bottle or red bottle. And then we'll sieve some for the taste. Here's the watermelon flavor. Here, you can see the bubbles on it. They're bubbling. This is really good. Really, really, really tasty. You know, the watermelon, if I had actually added a hint of thyme, rosemary, or mint, would be really amazing. Now, the final one. This is nectarine and tangerine. If I tell you that I am not worried about this, I'm lying, because I'm trying to not have an explosion. So I'm just gonna rinse this out just so that I can collect it. All right, to be quite honest, you don't necessarily have to strain it, but it makes for, you know, a much cleaner drink, and it is more aesthetically pleasing to know that you have a drink that is literally devoid of any sediments. I'm gonna put it right here. I'm going to try. Exploded again. Man, 2 explosions in one video. Wow, amazing. All right, so that's how it goes. You never know. These were all burped this morning, and this second ferment only took about 2 to 3 days. They are very active, and it happens sometimes. So now you gotta be careful when you're opening this. Always make sure that safety first. We're gonna sieve some in our glass and taste. Since you were explosive, I need to drink a little bit more of you today. Despite all the ones that spilled, we're able to get at least 1 bottle, about 16 ounces. And for our final taste test, you can taste the nectarine. Mind you, this is a nectarine that I actually harvested from my backyard, and the tangerine as well. This is so good. Here is what we have. We made 6 bottles of 16 ounces of different flavors of kombucha from the 1 gallon that we brewed, plus addition 2 cups that we removed with the SCOBY. If I can do it, you can do it. These taste amazing. You can have any combination of flavors that you want. You can be creative and create any flavor that has not been created. The only limit is your imagination at this point. So, and these are so cheap to make, it is unbelievable. One of these bottles, when you buy it in the regular stores, is $3.99 in my local Alberts, and I don't even know how much it costs at Whole Foods and all other places. Make your own and try some flavors that don't even exist in the store. Anyhow, if this video has been of value to you, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so that we can notify you when we upload new videos. This is Dr. Okeke. Thank you and God bless.